I never thought I'd cheer for a delivery truck mowing down a supercar, but there I was, phone in hand, filming the whole thing like it was the Super Bowl of suburban justice. The screech of metal on metal was sweeter than any revenge fantasy I'd cooked up in my sleepless nights. And as that red Ferrari crumpled like a soda can, I felt the weight of a year's worth of bullshit lift off my chest. Call me petty, but when you've got a neighbor like Karen, the self-proclaimed CEO of some shady MLM empire, who treats your quiet cul-de-sac like her personal valet service, you learn to savor the chaos she finally reaps. It started innocently enough, or at least that's what I'd tell the judge if it ever came to that. Picture this: a sleepy slice of paradise in Scottsdale, Arizona, where the cactuses outnumber the Karens by about 100 to 1. I'm Jake Harlan, 34, divorced, and scraping by as a freelance graphic designer for my converted garage office. My house. A modest two-bedroom rancher with a driveway just wide enough for my beat-up Toyota Camry. Nothing fancy, but it's mine, paid off with sweat equity after my ex skipped town with the savings and the dog. I like the quiet. The sunsets that paint the desert sky like a Bob Ross fever dream. The way the neighborhood HOA enforces rules like they're the Ten Commandments, but only when it suits the busybodies. Enter Karen Whitaker. She rolled in last summer like a Category 5 entitlement hurricane, her moving truck blasting Eye of the Tiger, as if she were Rocky Balboa reincarnated as a Botoxed harpy. Karen's the kind of woman who makes basic sound like an understatement. Size 18 frame squeezed in a size 12 athleisure that screams, I shop at Lululemon, but eat at Golden Corral. Peroxide blonde hair teased into a helmet of judgment, and a voice that could curdle milk from 50 yards. She's the CEO of Empower Her Essentials, some pyramid scheme peddling essential oils and empowerment seminars to desperate housewives. Her followers? A cult of middle-aged minions who DM me passive-aggressive memes about manifesting abundance whenever I post about my toxic masculinity for not joining her Zoom prayer circles. Our first clash was over the mailbox. Hers was one of those fancy copper jobs with her name etched in cursive, plunked right in the middle of the shared easement like she owned the zip code. Mine? Standard issue USPS blue, humble as pie. One morning, I'm backing out to grab coffee at the corner Starbucks, and boom, her mailbox clips my fender. A scratch the size of a paper cut, but to Karen, it's the apocalypse. She's out there in her robe, silk, monogrammed, barely containing the chaos, screaming about lawsuits and calling her lawyer while waving her phone like a lightsaber. You people think you can just ram into anything, she bellows, her jowls quivering. You people? Yeah. That was code for the single guy who's not in her tribe. I'm half Mexican, raised in Phoenix, but to her, accents are a red flag. I apologized, even though physics said otherwise. Her box was 3 feet into my lane. Offered to repaint it. But no, Karen wanted blood. She filed a complaint with the HOA faster than you can say Neighborhood Watch. Next thing I know, I'm at a board meeting in the community center, surrounded by retirees clutching their chihuahuas, while Karen monologues about safety hazards and entitled renters. I'm the owner, bitch. The board, stacked with their cronies from the book club, slaps me with a $200 fine and a warning letter. I pay it, seething, because fighting it would have cost more in therapy bills. That should have been the end, but Karen? She's just warming up. 2 weeks later, she's got her executive assistant, code for her unemployed cousin with a vape habit, blasting EDM from their driveway at 7 a.m. on a Sunday. My headache's pounding like a jackhammer, and I'm on a deadline for a client in Seattle. I knock politely, ask if they can turn it down. Karen answers the door mid-yoga pose, sweatpants sagging, and hits me with, "This is America, Jake. Freedom of expression. If you don't like it, move to one of those socialist countries your people came from." My people? The ones who built half the railroads out here. I bite my tongue, retreat to my noise-canceling headphones, and crank up some Kendrick Lamar to drown out her bullshit. But the real war started with the driveway. See, our houses back onto each other. Classic Arizona sprawl, with a shared alley that's more dust than pavement. The HOA rules are crystal. No blocking access points. Keep it clear for emergency vehicles. Simple. Until Karen decides her new toy, A cherry red Ferrari 488 Spider, leased on her followers' credit cards, needs detailed, right in the middle of it. She's got a parked cock blocked across both our driveways, engine purring like a smug cat, while her detailer, some kid from Craigslist, buffs it with a shamefully small towel. I'm late for a job site. Freelancing means hustling, and I've got a logo mock-up to deliver in Tempe. My Camry's trapped like a fly in amber. I text her, "Hey Karen, mind moving the Ferrari?" Blocking my way out. Crickets. Then, 10 minutes later, a reply. "Handle your own business, Jake. This is prime real estate for my asset. Manifest patience." Asset? It's a car, not the Hope Diamond. I wait another half hour, fuming, before I venture out. There she is, lounging on her patio chaise in a muumuu that could double as a circus tent, sipping a kale smoothie and scrolling TikTok for inspirational quotes to repost. "Karen," I say, keeping it civil, "I need to get to work. Can you please move it?" She doesn't even look up. Patience is a virtue, sweetie. Read my latest post on abundance mindset. Abundance? The only thing abundant here is her delusion. It's not optional. HOA rules. Wazoo it. She snaps her head up, eyes narrowing like a hawk spotting roadkill. I donate to the HOA, Jake. I run the social committee. You? You're just the guy who mows his lawn at dawn like a peasant. Move it yourself if you're in such a hurry. Consider it networking builds character. Networking? With a $300,000 death machine? I'm no mechanic, but I know enough not to touch that lawsuit lottery. Call your guy, I say, voice tight. I'll wait. She laughs, a wet, barking sound that echoes off the stucco walls. "Oh, honey, my detailer's on break, and you're not important enough to interrupt genius." Then, the kicker, she live streams it. Pulls out her phone, angles it just so, and starts narrating to her 5K followers. Neighbors, am I right? Always entitled, blocking my creative flow. Who's with me on manifesting boundaries? Like, comment, essential oil in bio. My blood boils. There I am, immortalized as the villain in Karen's daily drama reel. Comments flood in. Slay Queen K. Karen strong. Dump the dead weight girl. Dead weight. That's me, the guy who's lived here 5 years, paid dues on time, and once shoveled her walk during that freak monsoon. I snap a photo of the blockage, cite the bylaws, and fire off an email to the HOA president, Karen's golf buddy. Response? We'll look into it. By noon, the detailer's back, and the Ferrari's gone. But the damage? Done. Karen's video hits 50K views by evening, tags Suburban Nightmares. My inbox? Spam from her minions. Pray for Jake's heart chakra, and buy my oils to heal that negativity. I block them all, but the sting lingers. This isn't just petty parking. It's a declaration of war. And in America, where the suburbs are battlegrounds for passive-aggressive supremacy, you either fight back or get paved over. Little did I know, karma's got a VIN number and a union driver. But that's jumping ahead. For now, I'm plotting. Subtly, I start small. Anonymous tip to the city about her unpermitted home office sign that's technically a billboard. Then, a review on Yelp for her MLM retreats. 5 stars for teaching me how to spot a scam. She notices. Oh, she notices. Next block party, she's cornering me by the potato salad, breath like expired yogurt, whispering, "I know it's you, Jake." Touché. But remember, I have resources. Resources. That's CEO speak for daddy's money and a Rolodex of enablers. Her ex-husband? Some tech bro who bailed after she maxed out the Amex on self-care sabbaticals. Now she's empowering single moms while her own kid, poor tween in braces, avoids eye contact at the bus stop. I smile, sip my Coors Light. Wouldn't dream of it, Karen. Just living my best life. But inside, I'm a pressure cooker. Sleepless nights, scrolling her feed, watching her pose with that Ferrari like it's her soulmate. Grateful for the wins, she captions, all filters and false humility. Wins? Try privilege on steroids. And me? I'm the underdog, the everyman getting steamrolled by her ego. Until the day the trucker gods intervened. It was a Thursday, unremarkable except for the heat wave turning the asphalt to tar. I'm WFH, Zoom call droning about brand colors when I hear the rumble. Low at first, then insistent, a delivery semi, the kind that hauls appliances for the new builds down the block. I glance out the window, coffee mug paused mid-sip. There, in the alley, is Karen's Ferrari again. Parked like a diva, demanding applause, doors open, her detailer nowhere in sight. She's inside, probably filming a morning motivation reel, oblivious. The truck approaches slow, the driver, a burly guy in a Giants cap, squinting at his GPS. He honks once, polite. No Karen. Twice, insistent. Still nada. The alley's narrow, lined with succulents and trash bins. No room to maneuver. He's committed now, inching forward, but the Ferrari's nose juts out like a middle finger. Crunch. Not a full-on demolition derby, but enough. The grille kisses the fender, paint shearing like confetti, headlights popping like fireworks. Karen explodes out the back door like a volcano of moo-moo and rage. What the actual F-U-C-K, she shrieks, phone already out, dialing 911 mid-sprint. The driver climbs down, apologetic but firm. Ma'am, it was blocked. I honked. Her face? A masterpiece of apoplexy. Veins bulging, spittle flying. Blocked? This is a Ferrari. Do you know who I am? I'm calling corporate. I'm calling Elon. Elon. Honey. Wrong billionaire. I grab my phone, hit record. Not for clout, for proof. The video captures it all. Her waddling toward the truck, jabbing a sausage finger at the dash cam. You hit me. Assault with a vehicle. I'll sue you into the Stone Age. The driver, unfazed, radios his dispatcher. Got a situation here. Lady's car in the way. Sirens wail distant. Neighbors peeking from blinds. The HOA vultures circling. Cops arrive. Two rookies in khakis who look like they just graduated high school. They survey the scene. Ferrari dented like a kicked puppy, truck unscathed. Karen's monologue ramps up. He's a terrorist. An immigrant probably, no license. And the air thickens. Trankai bruise. One cop's eyebrow arches. They pull the bylaws. Cite her for obstruction. Fine. $500 plus impound fees. Her supercar? Towed to a shop in Tempe. Quote coming in at $20K easy. She turns on me then, spotting my phone. You. Filming this? Pervert. Delete it. I hold steady. Public space, Karen. First Amendment. Her eyes blaze. Pure, unfiltered hate. This isn't over, Jake. I'll bury you. But as the tow truck hauls her baby away, chains rattling like laughter, I see it, the crack in her armor. No more queen of the cul-de-sac. Just a woman, bloated with fury, watching her empire dent. Word spreads faster than chlamydia at a frat party. Her video backfires spectacularly. Followers turn. Girl, move your damn car next time faced with tears of joy. This why I quit your oils. Too much bad juju. The HOA, they convene an emergency session, and boom, Karen's off the social committee. Find another 300 for disruptive behavior. Her MLM crumbles as refunds roll in, whispers of toxic leadership echoing in group chats. Me? I sleep like a baby that night. Revenge isn't sweet. It's the slow burn of justice, American style. No heroes, just consequences. And in the suburbs, that's the real plot twist. But let's rewind because that truck smash was just the appetizer. The main course? A year of slow poison feuds that turned our alley into a DMZ. After the mailbox fiasco, I tried the high road. Baked her cookies for her kid's birthday, neutral flavor like vanilla wafers. Nothing fancy. She accepted them with a sniff, then posted a story. Gift from the haters? Turning lemons into lemonade. Forgive and thrive, hashtag my ass. Next day, my sprinklers mysteriously overwater her prized agave, drowning it brown. Coincidence? Sure, if you believe in unicorns. Karen's playbook was classic. Weaponized the system. She nominated herself for HOA president, campaigning with flyers promising empowered communities and free oil samples at polls. Her platform? Crackdown on eyesores. Translation: my unmanicured bougainvillea and solar panels she called ugly hippie tech. I countered anonymously on Nextdoor. Vote for real change, not MLM snake oil. Polls close. She wins by a landslide, courtesy of her brigade of bobble-headed yes-women. First decree: mandatory neighborhood harmony workshops. Picture me cross-legged on a yoga mat in the rec center, while Karen drones about vibrational alignment and releasing grudges. She's in lotus pose, moo hiked up scamlessly, sweat beading on her upper lip. Jake, she calls me out, share blocks. What's holding you back from abundance? The room titters, her minions, all highlights and highlights. I stand, mic in hand. Easy. People who block driveways and play victim when physics bites back. Gasps. Laughter from the back. The blue-collar dads who hate her as much as I do. Karen's face? Thundercloud central. Workshop ends early. She feels a migraine coming. Retaliation? Swift. My Amazon packages start vanishing. Porch piracy on steroids. One shows up at her door by mistake, and she returns it with a note. Not yours. Grateful for the reminder to set boundaries. Boundaries? Try theft. I install a ring cam, catch her cousin eyeballing my deliveries like a raccoon in a dumpster. Confront her? She gaslights. Paranoia doesn't suit you, Jake. Maybe meditate more. Summer hits, and the heat's not the only thing cranking. Karen's retreats turn our street into Coachella for Karens. SUVs clogging the cul-de-sac, blaring crystal bowls and affirmations at dawn. I am worthy, they chant, voices carrying like foghorns. My clients complain about the noise filtering into calls. One hangs up mid-dash, namaste, but can you mute the cult? I petition the HOA, her HOA, for quiet hours. Denied. Cultural expression, she rules, winking at me from the dais. Enough. I go rogue. Research her MLM. Turns out, Empower Her Essentials is one FTC complaint away from shutdown. Pyramid vibe strong. Recruits recruiting recruits. Oils that cure cancer per her unverified claims. I compile a dossier. Screenshots, testimonials from ex-members. She promised freedom, delivered debt. Even a whistleblower blog from her old gig at Amway. Forward it to the Arizona AG's office, anonymous. CC the local news tip line for good measure. Boom. A week later, 3TV Arizona runs a segment. Scottsdale CEO under fire for dubious wellness empire. Karen's on camera, blubbering to the reporter. This is a witch hunt. Haters gonna hate. But the cheering? Consumers allege fraud in essential oils scheme. Her follower count plummets from 5K to 2.3 overnight. I watch from my porch, nursing a Dos Equis, as her minions scatter like roaches at lights on. She knows it's me. Doesn't say it outright, plausible deniability, but her glares could melt steel. Next clash, the block party. HOA mandates one quarterly, potluck style. I'm grilling burgers, chatting with a retired cop next door about fantasy football, when Karen rolls up fashionably late, tray of detox salads in tow. She's poured into a sheath dress that's fighting for its life. Fake lashes clumping from the humidity. Jake, she coos, too sweet, heard about the news. Tough break for some people. I flip a patty, casual. Karma's a bitch, huh? Pass the ketchup. The crowd hushes. Her fake smile cracks. You think you're clever? Stirring pots like your greasy sliders. Low blow. My ex called my cooking heart attack fuel. But I fire back. Better than stirring drama. Or blocking driveways. How's the Ferrari running these days? Snickers ripple. Her cousin, vape in hand, pipes up. Leave it, K. He's not worth the energy. Betrayal stings. I see it in her eyes, the flicker of isolation. She pivots, launches into a pitch. Anyone interested in my new line? Post-scandal special. 50% off healing crystals. Crickets. The cop dad mutters, pass. Got enough rocks in my head from dealing with folks like you. Party fizzles for her. She retreats early, salad untouched, muttering about ungrateful peasants. Victory lap? Kinda. But as I clean up, a brick sails through my window. Wrapped in one of her flyers scrawled, watch your back. Cops call it vandalism. No prints. I install shatterproof glass, but sleep with one eye open. Fall creeps in, monsoons lashing the valley like God's own piss test. Karen doubles down, rebrands to Karen's Corner of Clarity, pivoting to anti-hater coaching. Her streams? Rants about narcissistic neighbors that scream my bio. Followers trickle back. Masochists mostly. Me? Business booms. Clients love my authentic edge post the news hit. I even land a gig designing packaging for a legit wellness brand. Irony's my muse. Then the holidays. Thanksgiving, to be precise. I'm solo, turkey in the oven, binging Die Hard for that festive fix. Doorbell rings. It's her kid, awkward in a hoodie, 2 sizes too big. Mom said, "Sorry about the window." She didn't mean it. Lies, but the olive branch. I hand him a plate. Extra pie if you spill on her coaching secrets. He grins. First real smile I've seen. Bolts with intel. She's broke, dude. Lease is up on the Ferrari next month. Jackpot. I tipped the leasing company anonymously. Overdue payments flagged. Repo man shows at dawn, just as she's live-streaming gratitude glow up. Chaos ensues. Her shrieking, him towing, viewers spiking to 10K on the drama alone. "This is harassment," she wails. Comments, "Shoulda paid up, sis." Her kid watches from the sidelines, face a mask of quiet shame. Christmas Eve, truce vibes. She knocks, bottle of cheap Merlot in hand. "Peace," she says, voice small. Up close, she's deflated. Lines etched deeper. Moo hanging loose from crash diets gone wrong. I let her in. Why not? We sit at my Formica table, awkward as a blind date. I was wrong, she admits, swirling wine. About the driveway. About everything. Half truth, but progress. I nod. Water under the bridge. Or trucks over Ferraris. She laughs. Genuine, rusty. Shares her story. Abusive folks, bad marriages, MLM as a lifeline that became a noose. I lash out cause I'm scared. Vulnerability? From Karen? I almost buy it. Almost. New Year's, she invites me to her clarity circle. Small now, just diehards. Ego, skeptical. It's mellow. Tea lights, no sales pitch. She thanks me, privately. You held up a mirror. Hurts, but needed. Hope flickers. Maybe redemption's possible, even for her. Spring thaws the grudge. We wave across yards, civil. Her kid mows my lawn for beer money. I teach him Photoshop. Karen's streams shift. Less rant, more real talk on failure. Followers stabilize. She even cites me as the neighbor who kept it honest. Then, summer redux. Heat wave 2.0. I'm out for a run. Desert trails, earbuds blasting Springsteen when my phone buzzes. Alert from the ring. Alley cam. Karen's Ferrari. Repossessed and repurchased on credit. Gleaming anew. Park dead center. Again. Doors ajar. No detailer. She's inside. Voice carrying. Live in 5 loves. Boundary setting 101. Deja vu hits like a freight train. I jog home. Sweat stung. Heart hammering not for miles, but memory. Text her, move it. Now. Reply. Meditate, Jake. Abundance awaits. Classic. The rumble starts. Same trucker, same route. Honk. Silence. Honk. Crunch. This time, it's biblical. Fender folds. Hood buckles. Airbag deploys like a rude guest. Karen erupts, but the driver's done apologizing. Second time, lady. Learn. Cops. Quicker, wearier. Fine doubles. 1K. Tow fees triple. News van circle. Her rebrand? Toast. She corners me post-tow, tears streaking mascara into raccoon rings. You set this up. You called him. Paranoia peaked. I shrug, nah. Just life, Karen. Consequences edition. Her scream echoes. I hate you. You'll pay. Pay. She's the one writing checks her vibe can't cash. As she storms off, I film the wreckage. Not for revenge, but release. Suburbs simmer. Justice simmers slower. But damn, it tastes good. The fallout from round 2 was a suburban shitstorm that made the Real Housewives look like a Quaker meeting. Karen's live stream went viral for all the wrong reasons. 10K viewers watching her Ferrari get intimate with a Freightliner, her banshee wail dubbed over with clown music by meme lords. Karen versus Karma. Round 2 trended on TikTok, remixed with her old rants. Her clarity circle dissolved overnight. The diehards defected to a competitor's toxic free tribe Zoom. Even her kid, bless the awkward tween, started crashing at a friend's, muttering about mom's drama fatigue. Me? I played it cool, but inside, vindication hummed like a well-tuned V8. Posted nothing, said less. Let the internet do the dirty work. Next door exploded. Finally, that woman's been a menace since day one. Anyone got popcorn? This is better than Netflix. The HOA emergency audit. Turns out Karen donated via IOUs, her treasurer gig exposed as creative accounting. Board votes her out, installs a neutral prof from ASU. First order, enforce parking bylaws, no exceptions. Karen didn't slink away graceful. Oh no, she lawyered up, some bottom feeder from TV ad. All slick hair and contingency fees. Sued the trucking company for negligent navigation. Me for defamation via silence, yes, she tried, and the HOA for discriminatory ousting. Depositions dragged summer into a sweaty hell. Me in a stuffy conference room downtown, her lawyer grilling. Mr. Harlan, isn't it true you harbor resentment towards successful women? Successful? I snort mid-sip of bad coffee. Define success. Leasing cars she can't afford while alienating everyone. Sign me up. Her turn? A train wreck. Under oath, she unravels. Jake's a saboteur. He manifested this. Judge, a no-nonsense Latina with a stare like a stun gun. Bangs the gavel. Stick to facts, Ms. Whitaker. Case crumbles. Trucking firm countersues for fees. HOA slaps liens on her McMansion. Fine total? $15K, plus court costs. Her resources? Evaporated. Bank calls the note on her home equity line. MLM income dried up like her kale smoothies. By Labor Day, foreclosure whispers swirl. Karen's auctions offer Louis Vuitton knockoffs on Facebook Marketplace. Captions pleading. Empowering my next chapter. BOGO on crystals. Buyers? Her ex-followers haggling hard. I spot her at the grocery. PJs and Crocs. Cart loaded with ramen and regret. Avoids my aisle like I'm contagious. Pity stirs. Faint as desert rain. Almost offers a wave. Almost. But old habits die screaming. October, she's back. Repossessed Ferrari gone, but at least Escalade now. Black as her soul, parked askew in the alley. Not full block, but enough to scrape my mirror backing out. Text, Karen, straight it up. Reply, oops, life happens. Life? Try laziness. I document. Report. HOA's new sheriff warns her verbal. She ignores, escalates, starts a support Karen petition on change.org, railing against bully neighbors and biased boards. Signatures? 12, mostly bots. Halloween night, peak pettiness. Kids trick-or-treating, my bowl overflowing with Snickers. Karen's setup? A haunted empowerment tent. Fortune-telling with tarot and tinctures, $20 a reading. Line forms. She's in which drag. Pointy hat perched on her tees do, cackling fortunes. Beware the man next door. He'll steal your light. Parents chuckle polite, but the vibe's off. One mom, my client from a yoga studio gig, whispers, that's the fraud from the news, right? Pass. Midnight cleanup. I find her tent trashed, TP'd, pumpkin smashed. Move your car, Karen keyed in glow paint. Suspects? The whole block. Cops chalk it up to youthful pranks. She blames me. Files another report. Detective, a grizzled vet who golfs with the HOA prez, pulls me aside. Jake, off record? She's digging her own grave. Let her. Winter bites hard. Rare freeze turns pipes to popsicles. Minegurst, Bloombergsquotestinuis. Karen's? Worse. Whole system fails, flooding her meditation room with 6 inches of regret. She calls me at 2 a.m., sobbing, Jake, please. Your guy's off book. I can't afford premium. Desperation drips. I hear the kid crying background. Send my plumber. Eat the favor. He patches it cheap. She pays in oils I dump. Gratitude text. You're a lifesaver. Maybe I misjudged. Misjudged? Understatement of the century. But hope's a stubborn weed. We share a fence chat over coffee. Decaf for her cleanse. She opens up. Divorce scars. Mom who called her fat failure. MLM as armor. I project 'cause I'm projecting, she says, eyes wet. I nod. We all do. But blocking driveways? That's next level. Laugh shared. Ice cracks. Spring blooms tentative. Her kid joins my garage band. Drums, all noise and heart. Karen cheers sidelines. Awkward claps. Streams evolve. Lessons from the lows. Owning fuck-ups without the fleecing. Followers creep back. Genuine ones drawn to raw. She even apologizes public. IG story tagging me. To the neighbor who called me out, thank you. Growth hurts, but it's real. Summer swelters again. Alley clear for months. Miracle. I'm dating casual. A barista with tattoos and trust issues. Life levels up. Karen? Stabilizing. Swaps Escalade for sensible CRV. Parks like a pro. We host a joint barbecue. Her salads, my ribs. Neighbors mingle wary, but wine loosens tongues. Toasts to fresh starts. Her glass clinks mine. No more blocks. Promise. Promised. Until the heat dome hits, 115 in the shade. I'm remote, AC wheezing. When the rumble rolls, delivery truck, hauling AC units for the HOA upgrade. Alley clear? Nope. Karen's CRV, temporarily nosed in while she loads garage sale junk. Doors open, junk spilling. Honk. No response. She's inside, blender whirring smoothies for a pop-up detox drive-thru. Crunch. Louder this time. Bumper folds, taillight shatters like her illusions. She bursts out, same script. My CR. Sue everyone. Driver. Third strike, ma'am. Move or pay. Cops swarm. Fine triples. 3K. News cycles it. Serial blocker bites back. Her lessons? Laughter fodder. She confronts me, wrecked CRV towed, standing in the dust. It's you. You hexed this. Delusion deep. I sigh. Karen, it's physics. And choices. She crumples, whispers, help me. I'm drowning. Pity surges. I offer. Therapy, not trucks. Start there. She nods, broken. But as she walks away, I wonder, can Karen's change? Or is entitlement etched in, waiting for the next honk? Autumn leaves turned our feud to folklore. The alley is shrined to schadenfreude, with faded chalk outlines where her rides met ruin. Karen's third strike wasn't just a fender bender. It was the finale in her one-woman demolition derby. The CRV totaled, insurance balked, pattern of negligence, leaving her stranded with a rented Prius that screamed downgraded diva. Fines piled like cordwood. 3K to the city, 2K to the HOA for chronic violations, another 5K in legal scraps she couldn't lawyer her way out of. Her fresh start fund? Vaporized. eBay auctions turned desperate. Vintage oils. Cure. What ails ya? Make offer. The block watched, a mix of glee and guilt. Next door threads dissected it. Karma's got plates versus y'all are mean. Woman's down. I stayed silent, but the barista, now girlfriend, tattoos tracing my ribs in bed, teased. You're the quiet storm, Jake. Love it. Love? First time post-divorce. Felt fragile, real. Karen's kid drummed harder, venting. Mom's selling the house. Says we're manifesting mobility. Mobility? Code for fleeing to a condo in Mesa, smaller pond for her ego fish. Winter wrapped cold comfort. Foreclosure hit hard. Bank auctioned her McMansion to a young couple with twins intolerance. Moving day, U-Haul idling, her loading boxes labeled Empower Her 2.0. She spots me raking leaves, pauses. Jake, this place broke me. Voice small, moo-moo moth-eaten. I lean on the rake. Nah, you broke it. But hey, new chapter. She hands me a crystal, quartz, chipped, for clarity. And sorry. For all of it. I pocket it, nod. Kid hugs awkward, truck rolls. Silence descends, sweet as snow on saguaros. Alley pristine, driveways free. HOA thrives under new blood. No workshops, just pothole fixes. My designs win awards. Girlfriend moves in. Her laugh filling the rancher like sunlight. We host Thanksgivings, real ones, no detox sides. Neighbors toast to the peace. The cop dad winks. Trucks, the great equalizer. But Karens linger like ghosts. Spring, a for sale sign sprouts next door, flippers inbound. I wonder, will the new folks block? Nah. Lesson learned, etched in viral vids. Karen? Surfaces on LinkedIn. Life coach from CEO to sole CEO. Followers? Handful of holdouts. Last I hear, she's in therapy, real kind, not tincture-fueled. Kid thrives in new school, drums echoing from afar. Me? I drive out daily, Camry humming free. No blocks, no bellows. Just desert wind, whispering. In America, revenge isn't plotted, it's paved. And sometimes, a truck's the hero we need. Epilogue hook. Months later, a package arrives, Karen's return address. Inside, a DVD, My Truth, The Driveway Diaries. Note, watch if you dare. Forgiveness optional. I pop it in, hit play. Her face fills the screen, softer, scarred. This is for you, Jake. The villain I built, the mirror you held. Confession unspools. Admissions, apologies, the raw unravel of a woman unblocked. I watch, crystal in hand, as credits roll, directed by consequences. Tears? Nah, but a smile cracks, bitter, better. Turns out, the real fine? On her soul. And mine? Lighter, unblocked. Fade to black on the alley, empty, endless.